Okay, Dit Da Jow is called Chinese hip and forearm. It is used as a topical treatment for stagnation, for bruises, and for helping energy start to get moved around in the superficial areas of the body. It's not used for cuts or abrasions, it's simply used for soft tissue injuries and for treatments of rheumatism and arthritis. The massage is one of the major points that helps, I have to say. It's the actual massage that's making the blood move and the lymph drainage, helping the lymph drainage too. But the Chinese genuinely believe that the herbal treatment also facilitates in dispelling the damp. And damp is one of the biggest causes of problems with the hands, particularly for martial artists living in the UK or other countries where you have cold, damp conditions. So what we're going to do is now is apply the similar sort of treatment we did earlier, but using the Dit Da Jow now. So, taking Dit Da Jow, all you want to do is just simply take a very small amount, just literally let it drip onto your finger, nothing more than that. And then from there, you take the hand of your partner who's been training on the Wallbag, and you're going to work first of all into the small finger area. So just see how much natural absorption there is first. As you can see, his body is already just absorbing this straight away. So in this area. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to traction his small finger. So I'm going to hold it and traction it. So I'm controlling this, just pulling it and slightly lengthening it. And now I'm going to massage the hand. So I'm going to hold onto it firmly. And I'm going to massage this small finger. As you can see, I'm taking it in a circular movement. Okay. So if you've got slightly hairy hands, we'll actually pull out some of the hairs that are in this area. So sometimes at first it can be a little bit uncomfortable. So you're going to massage firmly in a circular movement. When I'm doing this, I'm slightly bending the joint downwards. As you can see, this accentuates the roundness of the joint. So I'm not just pulling, I'm pulling, and at times I'm tractioning. So as I'm doing this, I'm pulling and I'm depressing the joint down gently, and I'm massaging this area. Because obviously when he forms a fist, this area becomes rounded. So I want to simulate that. And the massage is drawing the blood and taking the lymph away, so draining the lymph, as they say. So just working in this area firmly. And as you can probably see, or possibly see, there's some superficial skin and being removed. When you're training on a Wallbag, you would expect some of the sand to be staining the skin, and this area will be cleaned off too. So nice and firmly into the small finger. Okay, so really working in the joint. At the moment, obviously, this is just tape. We can't go through the whole length of time it will take necessarily to go through it. But make sure you work on the outside edge of the bone as well. So this chopping area is going to take, so particularly where if we take the joint round, you can see now the roundness of the joint, this area here. So basically proximal of this joint. So not distal, not this side of the round joint here, but this side of the joint here is a small intestinal point. We'll press right into that point there quite firmly and massage it. It's an area that suffers with the training and the punching that we do. And the heart area in here. Okay. So just treating it, and then taking more, just literally enough, simply to get it onto your finger. That's all you need, and then you can work the next finger. So we let go of the small finger now, and we pull, and we traction the next finger. And we obviously bend it down, so we can get more into the round areas of the joint as well. So we're trying to take off the sharp edges now. As you train, you certainly damage the joints and you cause small fractures possibly if you're training very hard. And what you want to do is encourage, because the body will be creating more calcium in this area, and what you're going to try is encourage concentric circular growth on the joint and help the bone to mend in a much more natural manner, so you don't get any protrusions which obviously can chip when you start punching in later on, causing you long-term problems and even interfering with the way the tendons attach and the ligaments attach over the joints. Okay, so the tendons attaching to the small muscles could be affected if the joints become irregular in this shape. So working on that. Then again, now you've worked onto that joint, you want to work onto the next weld. So you want to work into the next weld and just basically work in there quite firmly because you want to dispel damp in particular. Okay, so working in here, creating heat, massaging, circumcision, pinching down too. And you're going to do the same thing on the next joint and the next joint, and you can even treat the long point here as well. So this is what the major area that you want to work for, considering your punching in your fist. As you can see, we don't have much of a round knuckle. Okay, and you want to turn over. This side of the hand is not as necessary for you to train with Dit Da Jow. It's more the back of the hand in this area. And if you've taken bruising and damaging along the bones here, then you'll want to work this area too. So if you've struck or you've had an elbow land onto the back of your hand, then you may want to work this general area.